Hey, what's going on guys? It's your boy TankPro and welcome back to another episode on the Afterlife SMP. We're starting this episode off right where we left last episode off at our super mega base. However, as you can see, I have been quite busy in between episodes, right? So, number one, you might have noticed we now have this weird thing, right? So, whereas before we were working down over here by our wool farm, we now have transferred all our stuff up there, and we even built another portal for us, right? So if we actually go through it, we'll be in the nether roof so that we can get connected to spawn and all the other beautiful Afterlife members. However, that is not all. We also have this beautiful like blue airport looking design right over here, which I think is looking fantastic. I still haven't gotten the roof done because boy does it need a lot of stone, and I am currently a little bit low on stone, but not to worry, not to worry. What I have planned for this area is to kind of make it look like this is a center for like transporting stuff through the nether, right? So what I'm planning on having on this like left wing over here is just have like a whole bunch of like shipping crates and shipping containers and all that stuff. And then what I want on this side is a whole bunch of these like shelves or like racks, right? Like just extending all the way to that wall. There is only a problem once again, which is that trapdoors are so ridiculously expensive. I mean, especially these ones, because no one currently sells them, and you can only get them in the nether, so that is a bit of a bummer. But not to worry. Throughout the episodes, we'll slowly get this built bit by bit, and oh yeah, I want to show you guys this also. So, I am not really one to use scaffolding, but yeah, I mean, it actually came in quite handy while I was doing all the building, especially all the glass and all the stone placing over here. So, yeah, I guess scaffolding isn't as bad as I thought it was. Alrighty though. So, what I actually have planned for this episode is to kind of complete what I have going on over here, right? So, as you can see, I've built this little water thing. It's very, very nice, very zen, right? And what I have planned is to kind of build this massive garden right here in the middle, and then we can build our base like over here and other buildings and all that, right? So that's kind of what I have in mind. I do want to have like a little bit of a throwback to our season 3 base, right? So if you look, the paths are actually identical to what we had over there. Just that this time around, we won't have any fountain or anything like that, but I do kind of want to carry that theme. I feel like that would be like, I don't know, really cool, a little bit of an Easter egg, I suppose. So yeah, that's kind of what I have in mind. So I'm going to try to get this entire area over here filled up with grass and podzol and coarse dirt, and then yeah, I guess we can start building the gardens. I have a few neat ideas that we can just throw in here and there, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, let me get to that, and I'll see you guys when that is done. Alrighty guys, so I managed to get that entire area, well, I mean, you know, semi-filled out, because I am not filling out the areas where I have some things planned, since I have already actually built this in creative, and I'm just kind of transporting it over here. But yeah, so while over here we had this like nice little spiral pond, over here we have more of a like river thingamajig going on over here. So I think it's looking pretty good. And what I have planned is to make this area like literally as lush as we can. So I guess that's the next step. So I'm gonna start building on that. I'm not sure how far I'll get, but depending on that, I'll show you guys the progress depending on how far we get. Okie dokie, so just a little bit of an update. Apart from this beautiful little Japanese gate, our area now has a lot more leaves and grass, some pebbles. It's got some of this stuff going on over here, some fences. But yeah, it's looking pretty dead. There's not really much color, right? So I guess the next plan is to make it all floral and maybe some bamboo by the coasts, or I guess by the rivers, right? Some nice berry bushes and all those juicy stuff over here. Maybe some corals and fish inside the ponds, right? So I guess that's my next plan, and yeah, let's get to it. Okie dokie guys, so after an absolutely ridiculous amount of time later, I have actually managed to get our gardens looking how I want them to, right? So, yeah, I guess why don't we take a little tour? So first things first, you'll notice that there are these 6 blocks over here, which is a little bit of a nod to our base last season, right? Where we had the museum and we actually had the same block. So I think it's just kind of cool. I mean, diamond block is always pretty to look at anyway, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so we have that like big Japanese gate, but then we have these like smaller designs which I came up with, which I think look pretty decent in and of themselves. I guess the rivers are looking a little bit boring, but that's because, you know, haven't really put anything. Getting some coral reef and some nice tropical fish would definitely be nice to get, and I think it would really complete that area off. Now, over here, I want to have something, but I'm not entirely sure what. So, if you do have any suggestions, definitely put them down in the comments. But yeah, I guess we'll come up with something there. Got little nice park benches over here. And, oh, yeah. So over here, we have this beautiful, like, yin and yang over here, which, again, is a nod to our base last season, where we did have one of these also. But yeah, I do like it. I mean, I've always been into that Zen meditation stuff. So anyway, let's keep going. Over here, we actually have a little quote, "Dare to reach higher than the stars," which is kind of what we're trying to do with our base over here. It's something completely different to what I've seen done before. Bling. Yeah, so over here we have another little water area, which is, it's like this little curvy thing, right? And it's got this like island in the middle over here, right? So it's looking pretty good. I want to have like some like stone thing over here with like a fountain. I feel like that would be pretty good. Ooh. Yeah, moving right along. Oh, geesh. We have this little like pumpkin melon patch. I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, why not? I guess is the mentality over here. It does look nice. Over here we have this little campfire. I know that a lot of people like campfires, and I am definitely one of them also. So, yeah, we got a little campfire here. If we make our way over here, we have this little area, which is like this, I don't know, this like infinite log thing, which is constantly traversing itself over here, right? So, I don't know, I feel like this is a nice contrast to the yin and yang, whereas yin and yang is like 2 different distinct halves. What we have over here is like an infinite thing that just keeps on going and going and going with no end. So yeah, a little bit poetic over here. We have this little nice thing over here with like, I guess, I'm not sure what these are called, but like the leaves would be like vines and all that stuff. And yeah, I want to have something else over here. And I actually know what I want here. So last season at our museum base, we had a whole bunch of different chiseled blocks, right? Like the codfish face and the and all that different stuff, right? But we did not have the red sandstone, and a lot of you guys pointed that out. So I want to have the chiseled red sandstone over here. I feel like that would be pretty cool. I think it's the wither one. So yeah, over here we have this little, I don't know, little place, you know, little place to hang out with your friends, drink some tea, have a good time, and all that good stuff, and a whole bunch of crafting benches. But yeah, so this is pretty much the garden. I do like the design for the trees. I feel like they fit quite nicely. They're not too clumped together, but there's also I feel like just enough to make this area look good and feel nice and fresh. But yeah, I think the next step we want to do is actually start constructing the rest of the builds, right? So something to cover that up. I feel like it'd be nice if we have something over here and then some big thing over here, maybe a few towers. So yeah, that is definitely something I want to get started on next episode. But unfortunately, guys, I think that's actually where we're gonna end the episode for today, right? I spent a long time with this, much longer than I thought I would have. But man, has this been extremely fun. So yeah, until next time, guys, thank you all very much for watching, and keep on building.